Hey guys, never stop touching it today, and I'm going to be making my predictions for what we can get for Legends Fest. Now, a lot of people are speculating what we could get as some of the LFs, some of the Ultras and everything, and some word has gone about that it could be this unit or that unit. We don't know for sure. They'll give us hints over the next few weeks as Legends Fest is in around 3 weeks time now, so we're looking to get into the hype area where we start preparing for that. But yeah, I am super excited for it. I feel like this year they could make something pretty special with how they go about it. Hopefully we get a new mechanic. Hopefully the units are as broken as ever, and yeah, this is the time to save, and this is the start towards the hype. So first of all, I want to give a shout out to BLZ151101. Amazing artists. I've said this in multiple videos. I use their renders, their art in a lot of my thumbnails and to look at in some of my videos. Fantastic if you ask me, so make sure to check them out, follow them, support them however you can. So I tend to use a lot of this art to refer to what kind of units I want, and the first one I think for the part 1 of Legends Festival 2023, I think a lot of people have said it, the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta tag unit. I feel like we haven't had that ever before in the game. It's a pretty hype unit if you ask me. Like, they're both in their strongest before obviously Goku goes MUI, but Vegeta's in his strongest form here. Goku was at his strongest before he went MUI. Like, together they were fighting as well. Like, the animations will be top tier, the unit will be insane, the tags that they have will just be, they're just going to be a top tier unit. I am very excited for it. I feel like they can change the game. Alongside the LF Goku and Frieza, they'd be ridiculous. I feel like, honestly, Universe Rep is a very good team. Even to this day, you can still use that team and you will get quite far in the meta. So I want them to be an LF at some point. If it's not part 1, part 2, we just need this unit in the game at this point. And honestly, I wouldn't be in any position to argue against it if they released it for anniversary next year, but I want them now if I can get them. I feel like the 1% sparking that will go alongside them, if not 2, I don't think they'll do another Driven, because it'd be weird for them for the anniversary to do transforming Driven, then for this one to do a Driven. I feel like they maybe try and incorporate a golden Frieza of some sort, God of Destruction Topper. I think God of Destruction Topper, we haven't had him since I think the first Evolution Vegeta came out. He came out like the banner after, so a new God of Destruction Topper would be cool and would be pretty nice. I'd like to see some good animations from that unit. So that's what I think the first one will be, based around the Tournament of Power, and we should get a Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku with Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. Now for part 2, I was struggling a bit with this one because there's quite a lot of areas they could go. They could go, I think, GT, they could go Dragon Ball Z Saga, so they could do Saiyan Saga, they could do the Android Saga with a few units here and there. They could even do Cell Saga, but I think it's more towards Future, where they focus on a new Zamasu. Now, I don't know whether it'll be just a merged Zamasu, I don't know if it'll be a corrupt merged Zamasu. Either of them need a new representation in this game, and I think it would be pretty cool to get a new LF1. I was kind of swaying on maybe having them as the Ultra, but my choice for the Ultra is a bit different. So I think an LF Zamasu would be insane. It will be a unit that most people will want to get because it's just a Zamasu. It's clear off a lot of the hype units you could get. Like, it's a top tier unit. We know that from previous releases it's been pretty dominating. I feel like a lot of Zamasus in this game have been annoying to go up against or very powerful, so he would be just as good, if not better than anything we've seen before. And obviously if we get a future buff, it would just be insane because this game loves future. They just dish out everything they can to make that tag better, which makes sense. It has some of the hypest units in the game, and honestly the 1% sparking probably a Trunks of some sort, and maybe a Gowasu. We haven't had Gowasu in the game before, and it would be interesting to see how they implement him into the game. It's just a new unit completely that we haven't seen, so that would be interesting to see how that goes. But yeah, a future getting a buff during a big hype Legends Fest would be something that makes sense, in my opinion. And then the final one, the one that I think a lot of people guess but also might be a bit surprised about, is Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Honestly, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is a very, very, very hype unit. In my opinion, he's like one of the, if not what, the best forms of Super Saiyan. Like, it's ridiculous, and for it to be a fusion Gogeta, the red hair and everything, is just insane, unparalleled with the amount of power he has. He's argued to be one of the stronger ones out of all the fusions, and I would argue if you think he was the strongest. So yeah, GT need a huge buff they could use. To be honest, I wouldn't really want this Legends Fest to give just an Ultra for GT, because they need a lot of help, a lot more than just this singular unit. So maybe a few of the other parts could have a GT. It would be interesting if they did like a part 2 is GT based, and then the part 3 gives an Ultra for GT to bring that team back into life. But if they don't and they just release an Ultra, it'll be fair enough, because this Ultra will be enough to carry the whole team. I can imagine his Gorge being ridiculous, his uniques, his green card, blue card, everything just being out of this world. And if they somehow managed to make it so that it was a transforming, so it was like a tag Goku and Vegeta, which we do have already, and it wouldn't make sense for it to happen at this point. But if we ever get a tag Goku Vegeta who at one point transforms into Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, my days, that would just be game breaking. Absolutely changes everything, in my opinion. So let me know how you think my choices are. So for part 1, I want LF, Super Saiyan Blue, Kaioken Goku, and Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, who are a tag unit. I want LF, Merge Zamasu, or LF Corrupt Merge Zamasu. And then for part 3, I want the Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. That's my prediction. Could be completely different. I could be completely wrong. You guys could have different opinions. I don't know. But yeah, those are my 3. So other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button. I see more in the future. Subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.